Checking engine block deck flatness or warpage. Engine blocks are made of heavy-duty materials like cast iron or aluminum. However, even these metals can warp or become uneven over time due to extreme heat and pressure. Warping of the engine block can cause a number of problems, including oil leaks, coolant leaks, loss of compression, engine knocking, reduced engine efficiency, and expensive repairs. Checking the flatness of the engine block deck is an important part of engine maintenance. This can be done using a straight edge and feeler gauges. Clean the engine block surface. Before you start checking for warpage, it's important to clean the engine block surface thoroughly. Use a cleaning solvent and rags to remove any dirt, grime, or old gasket material. If necessary, you can use a gasket scraper to remove stubborn gasket residue. Position the straight edge. Place the straight edge across the engine block's face, ensuring it's level and parallel to the edge of the block. You may need to adjust the position of the straight edge as you move along the block. Insert feeler gauges. Use feeler gauges of different thicknesses to measure the gap between the straight edge and the block at various points along the length and width of the surface. Start with a thicker gauge and gradually move to thinner gauges until you find one that just fits snugly under the straight edge without forcing it. Record measurements. Record the thickness of the feeler gauge that just fits under the straight edge at each point you measure. This will give you an idea of how much warpage there is. Compare measurements to specifications. Compare your measurements to the manufacturer's specifications for engine block flatness. The acceptable amount of warpage will vary depending on the engine model, but it's typically around 0.002 to 0.003 inches, 0.05 to 0.08 millimeters. Evaluate results. If your measurements exceed the manufacturer's specifications, the engine block is considered warped and will need to be repaired or replaced.